Greetings, this is Gerard. Thank you for joining me in my channel. This is Just One Good Trade, the trading channel, the Forex trading channel that helps you not only becoming a better trader, but being satisfied with just one good trade a day. Now, today, December 17th, as this song, as the soundtrack signals, I had an epic day. So why was it epic? It was epic because I was challenged. My rules were challenged. My mind was challenged. My psyche, with the tension, whew, I was challenged. So today, right now, I am about to narrate my trade of this morning. And what you should look for is understanding the power of patience and also understanding what it means to abide by your rules. Each trading strategy has its own set of rules. Its rules for entry, its rules for the perfect setup, but also its rules for exit. Whether the exit comes after a wonderful, bountiful, blissful top profit, or whether it comes after you realize that the trade isn't working. So let's get started. So this is me on the left. As you can tell, I'm intently doing my analysis. And as in my other videos, if you've followed me for right now, I believe it's been a month already. If you followed me for this month, you'll notice that the first thing I do when I come to the market, when I start trading, and this is the New York Open at 7 a.m. in the morning, Central Time. First thing I do, I study the market movements. What has been happening? What's going on? And while studying the market movements and what has happened, somewhat doing a history of the market movements since the London Open, which is really at 3 a.m. Central Time, I also draw my support and resistance line. Now, in case you don't know, and you will know after a couple of those videos, you realize how much I am obsessed with the power and the magic of the support and resistance line. For some reason, they seem to magically be the inception of a lot of the trades. So right now, as you can tell, I am just drawing a lot of lines, making sure that I'm giving some lines more attention than other ones. For example, the blue lines, the green lines, the red lines, and the dotted green lines, dotted blue lines, dotted bolded lines, dotted bold blue line, bold green lines. These definitely represent a certain level. For example, here you can tell on the left you have those two stars which represent really, they represent moments of pivot in which great movement were stirred. So I make sure to visually mark that. So right now, as you can tell on the left, I am just writing my analysis. I am just making sure because all I need is just one good trade. I trade on the 1 minute because I'm a scalper. And what I'm seeing right now is, there's been a great movement down. As you can tell, on top, there was a sideways movement, a consolidation period, and it broke out, went down. And here you can see the movement on the 5-minute trade. It started right at the 50-60 SMA, which is that line where the bullish movement started. That yellow line joined by a purple line and also a light blue line, which is the 14 SMA of that period. Now what's happening, the market went all the way down, it retreated, and the real question is, what is going to happen? Is the market going to spring up, or is it going to continue its movement? We don't know. So what I do, I look at other charts, the greater charts. What happens on the 1 and 5 minute is usually guided by the bigger time frame. As you can tell here, market has been going down, trend is down. There's been an amazing movement down, and something I'm seeing, the price action on the 30-minute chart is just going along that 14 SMA, never crossing it back up. So there's a chance the market will go down right now, but I don't know. It might go up. In the 1 minute chart, you can tell one thing. Price action is on top of the 14 SMA, which signals that there might be something might be happening, but it's not crossing the middle SMA, the middle Bollinger Band. Here you can tell the middle Bollinger Band is that other blue line, a darker blue line, that's the middle Bollinger Band. On top, you have the green, very light line or curvy line of the Bollinger Bands. In the bottom, you have the red lines. In the future, I intend to, especially in regards to my strategy, I intend to spend more time explaining how I use the Bollinger Bands, how the Bollinger Bands help me in entering a trade, exiting a trade, but also assessing whether something will occur or whether there's going to be a breakout or whether what's happening is just continuation of movement. So right now, oh man, I love this song. This song is so dramatic. I love it. Oh, even though right now you can't really tell why I chose it, but trust me, it will come. Now, what I'm doing right now, I don't know, in case in case you're new, this on my Word documents, I take screenshots of trades in the past, trade in the present, just so I can train my visual memory, just so I can train myself intuitively, just recognize movement. So what am I writing right now? Right now I'm writing an analysis of what I think might happen. Right now we can have either sideways movement or there can be a reversal back up. And what I'm doing, I'm going through the 5-minute chart, the 1-minute chart, and the 15, 30-minute chart, and defining where I think, based on analysis and also based on support and resistance, where do I feel that the market is bound to go? So now, if it goes back up, where can it go? Based on the 50-minute, the 1-minute, chart. The first one, of course, it would be nice if it goes all the way to the 50 and 60 SMA. And then you have that other support resistance, which I'm putting the price. It would give me a 20 pip movement. See that green line there? That's where it would. Now let's go to the 5-minute. If it went up and just touched the 14 SMA, which is touching right now, it'll give us a nice 11 pip. 11 pip, let's say if you're trading with I don't know, 0.5 lot size, isn't that $50 maybe? Is that $50? I'm not sure, or it's, I don't know, it's enough to buy groceries. Now, let's see. On the M5, the SMA, you have a chance of 8 to 14. The reason I say 8 to 14 is because you don't really know when you're going to exit. And sometimes you need a little bit of retracement to know. Now, all the way up to the 50 and 60 SMA, the curvy line, the curvy yellow and purple line, that's the SMA. So right now, I'm visually marking those lines. The green line is the level of the 14 SMA. And I'm most likely going to, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm erasing some of those lines. I find maybe they were very confusing to me. Now, there's the ultimate granddaddy of the support resistance lines, which it could go to. You never know. Something might happen. The gods of the Forex market or the divinity behind the GBP USD, the banks might decide it's going to go all the way up here. And if it does, as they say in the United States, or the South, we gonna make bank. So that would be 30 and 40 pips, which can yield quite a bit as a scalper. Now, if we go to the 15 minutes, let's see what will be the possibilities. Oh, still looking. Okay, see that? Right now, it's a nice, I don't know if we should say nice, because if we don't have patience, sideways movements can be very frustrating. Now, let's see. Here, now it's 720. 720. If the market goes up, first place, it goes to the 14 SMA. 20, I would say 20, 15, 14 pips. Or it could go all the way here. Or even better, if it's that ambitious, it could go to the 50 and 60 SMA of that time period. Now let's see how many pips that would give us. From here to this, that's 24 pips. Very good. I love myself some 24 pips. By the way, sometimes I'm quite satisfied with 10 pips. There are some conditions where you're trading and it seems like the market's just against you. And you make losses, you win, and at some point you realize, I have 10 pips, I'm good. Right now, 62 pips. All the way, if we're doing, is it that? Did I see correctly? Let's see. Okay. Oh, right now, see, I'm marking this, I'm drawing this support resistance line. Very good, Gerard. Sometimes when you do great things, you have to verbally give yourself an affirmation of excitement. You have to verbally, oh, look at that. Someone bringing me something. All lovely. It's quite nice. And this is me expressing my gratitude. Thank you, my good sir, for bringing me this treat. Oh, lovely. What a wonderful day. But little did he know that he would have a trading session that would challenge his mind. Now, we're still in a sideways movement, and what I do, I set the boundaries of that sideways movement. Okay? If it crosses, then I'm inclined to take a trade based on the movement. Now, there's something I could have done a little different. Maybe not. I do think, in retrospect, that the boundaries that I set were maybe a little bit too pronounced. I could have restricted those boundaries a little bit. I could have done that, but it's okay. Now, if we look at the M30, okay, just going back, still side movement. You can tell something's happening, and I'm thinking, that might be something. But you know what? This is another thing, Gerard. I should have paid more attention. I should pay more attention to what's happening right now, because right now you have the sideways movement in the 1 minute chart, and you sense there's movement going down. Gerard, this is your livelihood. This is how you this is how you this is your grocery. This is how you bring your girlfriend, your beloved, to a wonderful restaurant. This is how you most likely will create a legacy for yourself. So pay more attention. You know, there is a correlation to your profits, or I'm not gonna say your high numbers, but your profits, what you get to keep, and how the importance you give. Oh, it went down. I should have known. The importance you give to your trades. Right now, I'm being a little flippant, but it's just part of my analysis, and I need to do my analysis. In some way, I cannot predict the future, but I can make a little forecast. I can say, you know what? I will never make the mistake of predicting and banking on a specific future, but I can thrive on drawing myself the possibilities. And as one of the greatest villains in movie history, or maybe most likely the greatest, and I would love for you guys to put that in the comments if you disagree, the greatest villain in animated feature. Oh, look at that. See? Okay. This is something that I've experienced many times, and right now I could have caught this a little bit earlier. Honestly, I could have. But you know what? I'm being a little hard on myself. I'm being a little hard on myself. So here, woo, we have this movement, 1 pip. Very nice. 0.12, 1 pip. What's happening? It's most likely gonna go down. It broke, you know, the sideway movement was broken, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Let me just rethink my strategy. I know I was thinking there might be a reversal. Now, if in case there is, it continues going down, what can I expect? So right now, I'm going to check. And the reason I'm writing this right now is because well, I could have just, maybe I could have written it in a piece of paper. Yes, I could have done that. But just for the sake of today, no, just for the sake of my students and for the sake of you, the viewers, understanding my reasoning. So right now, 0.5, nothing really to be too excited. Now I'm thinking this is the level of the Bollinger Band. You know, anything I can Gerard, please, it's morning, you're not drunk. Any type of visual that I can set, I will set it. So right now the first one is the bottom Bollinger Band. This is the part about trading which you have to be mentally strong about. You have to accept that you are not in control of the market. Ladies and gentlemen, how frustrating it is. You had 3 pips in your favor, and within a minute, it reversed to 6 pips. Oh, oh, 6 pips, we. By the way, I'm originally from Haiti, so a lot of my expression comes back. A lot of my Asian ways comes back. Now, we are having a situation here. Look at that. Profits, if you're looking, see, something that something that I've collected over the years is the respect for the rules. And you can tell with my face right now, I'm undeterred because I know one thing. When you respect the rules of your strategy, you always win. When you respect those rules, you always come up on top. And right now, what is the rule for exit that I'm setting? I'm sure you're very curious about this. Because right now, looking at the 1 minute from afar, it seems like it might go up. My rule dictates that you see that purple dotted line? Which is above the middle Bollinger Band, the light dark blue line, and then you have that light blue line that's a little stronger. I have a rule that says I'm gonna put it a little bit above, maybe 1 or 2 pips above, preferably 2 pips. And my rule is if and only if a candle is born, starts above that, and then crosses the nearest. And honestly, I'm still at this point, I'm preparing myself to exit because things are not looking great. Look at that face, avarictus, which is almost close to. Oh, I'm smiling, and I don't know, I'm smiling to be honest because the situation is dire. Look at my profit at the bottom; it's minus $30, and look at that. It's at least 1.3% of my account. What is 1.3% of a million? Guys, that's like 10K. Oof, 10K. But undeterred, I'm still continuing my analysis because I've experienced this before. And this is the thing about trading which is very powerful. You experience the situation over and over again. You don't get desensitized. I don't believe anyone gets desensitized about trading. A loss sometimes is a loss, and sometimes you can bank on a loss, on a win, and get a loss, and it's emotionally draining. But at the same time, the rules of trading will be your only salvation. The rules of trading will be almost like a meditative wand. it will allow you to stay mentally fit, to stay, as one of my favorite words, steadfast. Now, look at that. Remember a rule? A rule said if a candle is born, if a candle starts on top of the band, the 14 SMA middle Bollinger Band, and then crosses another, the closest pivot or support resistance line, then I will exit. But look at that. Right now, I don't have cause to exit. I don't. But it was back to 5 pips, minus 5 pips, which I can handle. And then it's going back to 8 pips. The market trading often, and I believe any practice, any discipline you are emotionally attached to or that you're giving your all, you can use it as a metaphor for the hero's journey. And right now, or the metaphor for a business creation, the storming, the norming, etc. Right now, I feel like I'm being tested. But interestingly, this is almost a continuation of the sideways movement. It's hopefully going down, but what I'm struggling with, what one would struggle with, when you look at my face as a trader, I am not too undeterred because I've experienced this before. Or look at right now, I'm doing my breathing analysis. I am not breathing analysis, I'm breathing exercises because I'm sensing that I have in my mind something I want the market to do. I want it to go down. I want to make. I want to win. But it's not doing it. It's stalling or it's zigzagging. And I need to breathe. I need to accept that the market does what it does. I get paid by catching its movements. I'm in a partnership with the market. The market tells me. In some way, I am not the conductor. I'm more like an audience or the page turner of a classical pianist, where I'm following where the classical pianist is going. And based on that, I'm turning the pages. I cannot turn the page before the classical pianist gets to the end of it. And how do I even know? I'm following, reading the page, and I'm also following the pianist, and I'm also following the song. And it's the same thing here. Now, what am I doing? Sweet relief. We are almost back to break even, 0.2, but it's playing a little bit. But honestly, that's still so much better. Still so much better than minus 8 pips. And as I said, we entered that trade hoping that it would be, I love when first of all, they go your way, they go according to your analysis, they arrive to the levels you're expecting, and after that, when you make your analysis, the only thing you have to do is, as the greatest villain of animated feature history would say, be prepared. Yes, that's all you can do, is be prepared. Now, look at this. Isn't this wonderful? The market was going down. Now, it's playing with us. Is it flirtation? Or is it mostly teasing? Or is it downright cruelty? Whatever it is. Or rules dictate you will exit when you get to your target point, or when your stop loss, your visual stop loss, I don't put a stop loss because I've had moments where the market has gone reversed rapidly, brutally, cruelly, hit my stop loss, and then come back. I would rather keep a visual stop. Oh, Gerard, go back, Gerard. Okay, you're doing an analysis, that's great, but go back. I think I'm seeing something that is bringing me a jolt of excitement, a jolt of feeling blessed. Okay, I know you have to do your analysis. Okay, 35 pips, that would be amazing. I know. But, woo! 5 pips! From minus 10 pips to 5 pips. As they will say in areas of California, rendered and with the language rendered famous by Snoop Dogg, 5 pips. Look at that! 5 pips rapidly back to 3, 4 pips, minus 3, 4 pips. I am agitated right now because, yes, I'm not going to lie. I win when I follow my rules. And right now I can tell you the fact that the 14 SMA is slowly going down, the way I see it is I don't know if I'm gonna make money right now, but all I know is with my strategy, I am happy that if indeed it reverses, the rules of exit in terms of doesn't work out will limit my losses. And small losses, you know what? Can always be offset by amazing trade. Now, maybe you can see that arrow. That arrow constitutes where I think I should have entered had I been paying more attention. I should have entered there. But 2 pips. Ooh, that song. I love that song. That song is, it's like, it reminds me of a group called ES Posthumous. That a group that does really dramatic songs. But of course, we all do know that the greatest battle song of all time, especially of the 21st century, was out of collaboration of Hans Zimmer and James Newton, I believe. And it's called Molasses from the Batman. It is the Batman fight song. That in itself, I invite you to check it out. That song really will boil the excitement, testosterone, the need for justice in this world. But right now we have this song that was given to us and we're quite grateful with it. It's great. Now, it's great that I'm writing this because these are the thoughts that pave the my inner analysis. And I have to breathe. Look at that. Breathing exercise. I recognize it. Because yes, it's stalling. Ah! Look at my face. I'm saying, and I will admit, I don't curse, but there are moments where I'm close to giving the BP. And you know the BP, the B dot 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 please. It's like, guys, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking, do what you promised you were going to do. Now I'm moving that light blue line, which delineates the bottom Bollinger Bands, because the bottom Bollinger Band at this point is the line that dictates whether it's going to be a big movement. And I'm trying to see if the bottom Bollinger Band coincides with a support resistance line. But look at my face. I love this. Sometimes you use your face to help you cope with the situation. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. But right now, my salvation lies in one thing. First of all, that dotted purple line is close to my entry, which means if it reverses and it stalls there, my loss is going to be small. Right now, I am making this line, I am delineating it because I want myself to know the different levels that it will cross. Now, this is just cross it. But of course, you cannot command the market. Just like I said, you don't command the pianist. You are the page turner. You're simply here to accompany the market. I do not dictate the market. I am not a big bank. Yes. Okay. So it's crossed that previous resistance. You can tell the air, the room has gotten a little lighter. It's crossed it, not crossed it fully. Now, what am I doing right now? Okay, you see that? Okay, it's touching. It's touching. I'm looking at different areas. I'm thinking, okay, see here, there's that light, that blue line. I'm thinking, okay, but what is happening? Why are you stalling? 6 pips, not so bad. $20. That's $20. That's just the meal at Olive Garden. Gerard, I need please. Okay, 8 pips, 7 pips, not so bad. Now I need to explain why I put that purple line on top here. That purple line for me signifies what I see as an exit point. If the market goes to if the price action goes to reverse past where it was before, then I should accept. Look at me, I'm saying go down, go down, go down, sesame. But right now, this is 3 pips. I was down to 8 pips. Now I'm back to 3 pips, which is very suspenseful. Because here I'm wondering, is this a reversal? Because it did touch. It did touch. Okay, good job. I'm putting a visual sign for that other. Ooh, yes. You know, that's the excitement that comes when you know that you are heeding to your rules, and that's where your salvation is. I could have exited. I could have. But you know what? My rules dictated that I had to stay steadfast. It didn't cross that line. See, I'm even writing this. It needs to cross the dashed blue line for confirmation of bigger movement. Now, is it gonna cross it? Because I have to admit, it's been stalling quite a bit. Or, what did I write? You know, it's interesting to see what, or past the lower Bollinger Band. It's like I knew what I wrote this morning. The red. So, that Bollinger Band, but look at that. It was almost gonna cross that line. Now I'm pushing my purple line because this is where I'm supposed to, visually, I'm setting my exit point. And whew, as you can tell with the song, this is dramatic. The market is going up and down. It's not heeding to my call. I want it to go down, but I have to accept, like I said, we are the conductor. We are the page turners, not the conductors. It takes a lot of heart sometimes when you see your gains fluctuate that way. Now, there's a difference between how I trade and how I narrate my trade. As you can tell, I live my own hero's journey. But when I trade, there needs to be a level of detachment. Even though in my face right now, you can tell even in my movement, I want the market to go down. And right now, you can tell it's playing with that line that I set as if it knew that I said it. It knew that my mind wanted to exit there. Now, this is my ultimate exit. See that 14 SMA? That is the ultimate exit. The market is testing my rules. It will test you. It will ask you whether you have faith in your rules. It will shake the foundation of everything you believed or everything that worked the day before. But you know what? You know what my rule said? And I would like you to repeat it with me. My rule, Gerard's rule, mentions that your exit when there is a candle that starts after the 14 SMA, then continues and ends after having crossed the SMA. Gerard, when I enjoy looking at myself, like seeing my facial expressions trading, because there's a part of me that I'm proud of myself. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of the market testing you. and will continue doing it day in and day out. But right now, as you can tell, I am considering the exit. How can I not? From 9 pips, I'm down to 1 pip. But you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, market, you're not gonna be the boss of me. Even if I don't make the money now, I will make it another day. Even if that trade doesn't work out the way I want it to work, I will make that, I will make it another day. So now I am at a crucial point where here this candle started on top of the 14 SMA. It started. The only way I'm not gonna exit if it reverses back. Oh my god, this is amazing timing for the song. Look at that tension. True. Pop, and it reversed. I will admit one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if the market was gonna continue going back up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would have, but you know what? But my rule said it needs to do certain things for me to exit. Until then, m'pap kite. Sorry, that was Haitian Creole. I will not leave it. Until then, I am in the market. And of course, yes, Gerard, lower your your profit, your stop loss, because right now I'm considering leaving because it went down and did not cross. If this is not frustrating, nothing else is. But you know what? We are still trading. We are still expecting it to do what it needs to do. Although, when do we know that too much, enough is enough? Right now I'm saying go down. Go down. My good sir, go down. Okay, I'm lowering my SMA. Go down, my good sir. Go down, my lady of the GBP USD. What am I writing? I'm aiming for the green line. Because yes, it is too much. Now the green line is just with the bottom Bollinger Band. Now I have to admit, it is at this point it is disappointing. I am disappointed. I am sad. Like from 8 pips back to 2 pips. How much can I endure? How much can I endure? Why? Now, what is my rule saying? This is the best part about trading, ladies and gentlemen. It's the rules. I will exit when a candle starts and ends on top after the 14 SMA has been crossed. And you know what? Gerard, yep, lower that thing. Okay, cross it. Cross it. Cross it! Yes! Now, yes, I did say that I will exit when it touches that green line. Look at my face. I love that face. Look at that eye roll. That was amazing. You know what? I should make a video just on my eye rolls. Just on my eye rolls. But, okay, the market is with me right now. By the way, when I trade, I put my Sennheisers, my noise cancellation Sennheisers, but I don't listen to music when I trade. I can't. That's too much. Okay, 13 pips. Okay, let's go. 13 pips, that's $45. Good, good. You're doing good. Okay, continue. 14, 13. Okay, right now, I will say I feel vindicated. I feel superbly vindicated. Okay, yeah, 13 pips. Feel vindicated. If it reverses back to, even if it reverses back to 10 pips, I will be happy because that's enough for me. That's just 4 pips less. Whoa! Look at that. Look at that. It went all the way down. Now, I will share something at the end of this trade that I think I will have to improve on. Look at that, 19 pips, $60. 20 pips, 17. Okay, now I'm checking the 15 minutes. Okay, is it gonna cross that line? Is it 19 pips? That song is awesome. 21 pips. 21. Are you gonna stay at 21? Are you gonna go down? Give me 21 now. Give me 21 now. 33, 33. Guys, 23 pips. 24, 80, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so here's what I should expect next time I trade. I get to 26 pips. The moment you get to 26, there needs to be a certain amount that you're willing to reverse back. And when you get to 25, 26, the most you should reverse back is 20, not 15. So right now it's reversing. And guess what am I doing? I am, see, that's Gerard. It's reversing, brother. Like, okay, see, 20 pips, 20, 21 pips go down. I'm expecting it to go down, but like 20 pips. Gerard, okay, see, this is what I need to improve on. Gerard, it's reversing. It reversed from 6 pips, 26 to 19. You should have exited. I should have exited. But you know what? Yeah, I know there's a rule, but it's not crossing back. 18. Now, I have a rule that mentions if it reverses past a previous support resistance, you should exit. So I'm waiting for confirmation now. The confirmation will come with the next candle. So I don't know. Oh! So this is what I must learn. That rule, how about when you exit? Oh, Gerard. 15 pips. Now, that 10 pips is like $30. $30 is a wonderful. Now, the Olive Garden is not, it's not my reference for a great meal. Yeah, and you can tell in my face, I'm not very happy about that. I am not extremely happy. You know, I could have done a little better. Yes. But I'm still understanding, should have exited. Yes, the reversal of 6 pips is one of my rules. I have many rules for exit, and in the future, I intend to have a video explaining all those rules of exit. So here, all the way here, that's 6 pips, exactly on that super resistance line. It's like it told me. It told me. What am I going to write? If price action reverses, it's like past, Gerard. It's past. SR line, I should exit. I review my trades, I review my notes, and I study them. Also, what am I writing? For my future self, okay. And I'm sure I thought, the way I thought of it in my head was, also, my scalping rule for exit demands that I exit after a reversal of 6 to 8 pips. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, Gerard, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with me. If you enjoyed and if you feel like you learned a little bit from this trading session, leave a comment. Leave many comments. Why not? Please let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know because I have a lot of those videos, and some videos they explain, or they are the demonstration of certain aspect of my trading. If there are certain aspects of your trade that you'd like to see and that I happen to trade with, I would be happy to see that in the comment and maybe we'll put one of those videos. If you find value in this video, please give me a like and also subscribe to my channel. That way you know of all the future releases. And again, you may be a viewer or you may be one of my students, but my aim is that we all achieve a certain level of financial stability. I prefer wealth, but a certain level of being able to look at that. See, Gerard, I will admit you exited very well. That is astonishing. Oh, that reversal is brutal. It's brutal. Okay, so right now I'm just thinking if I had done what is called like a banker's close reversal or a reversal with a reversal from the Bollinger Band and support and the resistance and also low stochastic oversold overbought. Normally when I do those, I expect the market to get to the 14 SMA and start reversing. So it could have happened. It could have happened. Um, yeah. So right now I'm just writing my thoughts. But again, I'm done. This is just for me. If you want to support my channel, or even just support yourself as a trader, send me a message, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. I'd like to know what you're thinking. And if when your comment is that I'm a little dramatic, it's not a comment. It's mainly a restatement of reality. And if there's something I want to create, it's the reality that with you or whoever is going to learn from this, all they will need to go to the Olive Garden or any great restaurant to buy a nice burger or build wealth for their family is just one good trade. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Da-dum, da-dee-doo. I love this song.